Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fatina Jaha binti Muhammad Nazri from KIM 1441A.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Kairina Kafia binti Samsul Nizam. I'm from KIM 1441A.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Nur Khadijah binti Arsyad. I come from class IM 1441A.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Nakilah binti Baharudin from class KIM 1441E.
Now, we are going to introduce our library. So we choose the Sarawak State Library as our information agency. The Sarawak State Library is the biggest and the largest state library of Sarawak, in which located in Kuching. It is established in 1999 with the passing of the Sarawak State Library Ordinance 1999 on Chapter 29 by the Sarawak State Legislative Assembly. As you can see here, this is the corporation logo of the Sarawak State Library. Next, we move to the corporation informative. The Sarawak State Library is an invention, a significant information resource center, and a gateway for public and private sector information services. It will connect to libraries, archive, and information center throughout Sarawak and Malaysia. It will serve as a gateway to and from publicly accessible overseas data center. There's 5 cooperative information in Sarawak State Library. First, there's objective, vision, followed up by mission, the philosophy, and the tagline. The objective of Sarawak State Library is to promote exploration of knowledge in the Sarawak State. The vision of the Sarawak State is to be river and fountain of information and knowledge to the Sarawak State. Followed up by the mission, to provide access to information resources and to preserve Sarawak intellectual heritage. The philosophy of Sarawak State Library is a knowledge and information-based society need a forum for intellectual exchange among its people, a center of enlightenment where mind can meet and idea can interact and access to information, knowledge, technology, culture available beyond the superficial boundaries imposed by geography. The tagline of Pustaka Negeri Sarawak is Read, Innovate, Excel. Now, we move to building design. The Sarawak State Library is the largest library in Sarawak with 94 acres of land included. It has glass stairs in the middle at the entrance of the library. The library can be handle 500 users, but the average utilization is only 200 users per hour. The library is surrounded with constructed lake with a jogging trekking around the library.
For Sarawak State Library, they have 2 departments and services available in this library. Among them are Technical Service and Information Service. In the Technical Service section, as we know, the service is behind the scene duties, which they manage part of the library collection. The process that they provide is acquiring, arranging, indexing, and storing the collection. It also functions to activities in library to run smoothly. Next, for information service part, it is a service that deals with people. Basically, librarian will deliver information to users as well and be an interface that help users to get the information they want.
One of the technical services in the library is acquisition. Acquisition is the process of selecting the right library materials. Since the Sarawak State Library is a public library, It includes collections like antique collection and rare book collections. According to the Sarawak State Library Ordinance of 1999, its function is to maintain and preserve library materials and public records. Moreover, in the collection development, the policy will keep updated to ensure the material's relevance. One acquisition in Sarawak State Library is the Interlibrary Loan Service. It is a service where the library requests materials from other libraries.
Cataloguing in Sarawak State Library is the one of the process that provide in the technical service. So, cataloguing play a role for describing the library materials and identify that something library can be on, such as database of book, sound recording, computer files, e-resources, and many more. Based on Sarawak State Library that we study, this library has provided two main function according to the technical service, which are physical collection management and database development. For physical collection management, they provide a processing of library material such as classification, assign subject heading, and maintain file to be performed and to be authority. After all, the collection will be updated according to the latest system to make as a collection audit. Now, we will move to the database development. It refers to the online catalog, or we call as a OPEC. The database development, they provide the online catalog to increase and to improve bibliography data for international standard use. It was an easy way for users to access the material collection in the library.
Information services in Sarawak State Library serve as a gateway to knowledge and culture. It is stated that they are committed to meet the information needs for their customers. The four basic functions in the area of library services are instructing the user about library management, assisting the user to solve queries, aiding the users in selection of good works, and promoting the library within the community. However, in the Sarawak State Library, it has 9 services.
Selective Dissemination of Information SDI service, a special type of current awareness service which exclusively restricted to the user concerned in interest area. There are 5 types of SDI. Most of SDI in Sarawak State Library is to help users cope with information overload. The first one is Leading Service. Allows books and open shelf material to be read everywhere. Don't process forward search for item using OPEC. Note the call number of the item and remove it from the shelf. For example, by presents one's membership card. And the second one is Loan Service. Service that apply resources sharing concept with another library about information which to fulfill users' needs. Sarawak State Library uses of interlibrary loan service as supplying library to requester. Web OPEC service contain record all of the items that are library catalog like printed or electronic material. OPEC allow user to search library catalog, access other service at library, and search for bibliography record in library's collection everywhere, anytime via internet. Outreach program allow Sarawak State Library personnel to meet potential users who are unable or unable to attend the library. The program include in visiting the schools, government agency, institution of higher learning, villages, and organization. ARMS service, Archive Management System, web-based application assigns users in identifying and locating archived materials. Can be accessed by access the website provided to request consultation using archival record management system. And digital initiative represent a digital subtitle for significant and valuable material in Sarawak. Initiative to create a center of excellence for research resources and work. The library is concerned with ensuring the valuable originals are endowed property.
The library also has its own room and can be used for a specific amount of time. Each of them has its own purposes like conference and discussion. The prices depends on the room, which can accommodate a huge number of participants. This kind of service is how the library keep operating and can bring more people to use its facilities. Moving on to dissemination of information, which is for everyone who wants to learn information literacy. The library called it as Literacy Skills Program that is involved with the ability to use modern technology and traditional effectively. Other than that, the library also has makerspace where anyone can gather to learn, create, and invent. In addition to this, it recently features technology that can aid in attaining the core of goals Maker Fair.
The Sarawakian is one of collection that provide in Sarawak State Library. This collection store to preserve book and categorize research materials that related to stage of Sarawak to be sent of Pustaka Negeri Sarawak and scholarly communities. Basically, all important works that related to language and aspect will be recorded in this collection. For example, government publication, digitization collection, Sarawakian dedicate collection, and many more. Apart from that, they have a busting collection that one of part of Sarawakians that store material for internal and general through World Wide Web.
Responsibilities of professionals is collecting and cataloging library resources, help people locate reference and leisure reading materials, maintaining library record and ensuring they are in current standard, performing regular audits of the information and inventory files, educating patrons about how to search information using library database, managing budget, planning and employee activities, overseeing the checkout process for the materials, organizing and hosting book sales, author signing, and other reading events, clarifying using library policies, and the last one is ensuring the library meets the needs of precise group of users, including postgraduate and disabled students.
As we all know, all the libraries have a target user. They want to attract them to come to the library. Among the target user can be formed as of certain age, teenager, adult, marital status, and many more. So usually, the Sarawak State Library aim the user from all kind of age to promote the acquisition of knowledge in the state.
The first facility in the library is a main meeting room, which can be entered as 15 packs to give a space and comfort place for users to discuss by using it. The discussion room are charged for 10 ringgit per hour, where it can fit in 5 to 10 packs. Furthermore, the ICT room facilities are provided for students taking computer science course, which can accommodate up to 20 packs. To attract more visitors, the library provides a gallery for visitors to learn about the origin of the library and put up work of art. Meanwhile, in Cebu area branch, they also have a seminar room and group study room that can accommodate 8 or 20 packs. Other facilities provided are photocopying, printing or scanning services.
As for the conclusion, Sarawak State Library has offered technical and information service for their library in helping visitors find and understand the information provided. What we can conclude about these services is technical service is more about providing support to carry out the library mission, which is a necessity for user. It is also one kind of document that related to Sarawak and Sarawakian. We can summarize about the function is more to provide resources and information service to convey knowledge and culture in the education and learning system. The staff who carry out the task of ensuring that the user information needs are properly met. We can conclude that this library brings advantages to the state user as a good experience for all to explore and develop. The library is big and spacious, very convenient and suitable for students to come and do their discussion, assignment related or have some relaxation. The librarian is an expertise and professional while doing their work and interact with the customer. They will guide and give information regarding our needs.